What is up, everybody, and welcome back to the Scavolitano Show, guys. Yes, we are back for another breakdown of the Book of Boba Fett, Chapter 5, The Return of the Mandalorian. We love Mando, but it should have been a Boba Fett episode. Yeah, Dom's nodding his head. I have my BFFer Domtober here, a.k.a. Old Man Fett. Caitlin could not make it today, and Nilda could not make it today because of work. But we love them. We support in all their doings. Do not worry. We do. And I have my wisdom teeth taken out from the left side, and I'm still here. And Dom has no sleep, and look at that handsome motherfucker right there. Handsomer than ever. And with that hat. Damn. Silver Fox in the building. Silver Fox in the building. But before we start this amazing breakdown of the Book of Boba Fett, Chapter 5, The Return of the Mandalorian, please subscribe down below to the YouTube channel, The Scavolitano Show, for more fun unboxings, reactions, breakdowns, sexiness, awesomeness, omeganess, groguness, ahsokaness, and all that fun Star Wars Disneyness. All that. Yeah! So, Dom, how did you like Chapter 5, The Return of the Mandalorian?
Oh, I love the season premiere of The Mandalorian, Season 3. Really was a surprise episode in the... that we got it, Mandalorian Season 3 early.
We did.
What can I say? It turned out being a 9 out of 10. The best episode of the Book of Boba Fett. It was a surprise. You know, I actually predicted that Mando was going to show up at the end of the episode. Who the hell knew that he was going to show up for the entire show and bring back characters from the first episode of the first season? You know, it didn't progress the Book of Boba Fett story. It didn't progress what's happening. It went in a direction. It actually progressed the Mando story that they gave him a new mission. So Season 3, we know that he's going to be on Mandalore, going to Mandalore.
Definitely.
But look, it's sad when the first 2 minutes of the show is cooler than the action Boba Fett gave. The Darksaber, slicing people in half, taking heads off, stabbing people. He actually cut himself with the Darksaber.
I thought he got shot, actually, and then I was like, no, he got cut.
Yeah, he got cut with the blade. And then there's mentioning of Grogu. Grogu got some kind of a gift that he's getting made out of they melt the spear down, which I like Mando with the spear. I don't know why they took it away because I don't know. Because,
I like that too.
Because it actually defends him if he's fighting against the Jedi or something.
Spear. But now he has a Darksaber, so he can defend himself that way.
He's got to learn how to use it. For
now,
he's got to learn how to use it, and he's going to have to build his reputation to being the leader of Mandalore. But that's another story on its own. But I actually like this story. I liked where it went. I liked it began in space, at a spaceport that looked like a Halo.
It did.
And then we got to see Pez Vizsla again and the armor. We got to... Which made me laugh was that they showed history of talked about the Darksaber, and they talked about the Purge of Mandalore.
They did. 1,000 Tears.
And it was straight out of like a Terminator movie. They had the droids shooting people, which was actually awesome. Looked like Terminator.
Yep.
The apocalyptic world that the Skynet, the Terminators with. But you see the probe droids in the sky, and you saw all the TIE fighter bombers. That was awesome.
It was. It was good to see that. It was like not Rogue One, but like that's the Empire, right? The Empire did that.
It was the greatest episode of Book of Boba Fett without Boba Fett.
True.
Well, listen, we'll see what happens next episode, but we might be getting your little friend.
My son.
Your son.
You know, when they mentioned him, I was like, okay, because I was like, okay, they're going to see the armorer. I freaked out when we saw the armorer because we didn't know where she went and if she was still alive. So it was good to know that she was still alive.
You know what's cool? That he had to see through his helmet the insignias on the wall because you can't see it. So it's kind of cool that they're hidden, that nobody can find them. But I'm very surprised that they brought the armorer back and Pez Vizsla. But didn't Pez give his armor like when the episode in season 2 when they so everybody, it was season 2, right? When they No, season one.
Season 1.
Season 1. When they found that everybody fled, and she was the only one left, and they had all the armor thrown on the floor.
Yeah, but I didn't see
his armor was there.
Oh, his armor's there. Okay.
But look, let's put it this way. I know Disney wants to do their own thing. Mando is their moneymaker. You know, there could have been many different reasons why the Book of Boba Fett was even done. You know, because they say there was problems on the set with Pedro and a whole bunch of things going on. So it's just kind of weird that they threw this episode smack dead in the middle of episode 5. If you have a short series, episode 5 is usually the episode that reveals a lot and there's a lot going on.
Yeah.
You know, and they surprised us by having a Mandalorian episode, and very confusing, you know, because there's so much that needs to be taken care of in the Book of Boba Fett. Like I said, unless they do a season 2, and they really look. My theory was that either A, he was going to find out that Mace Windu was alive,
yeah,
and go on a journey to go find him, or 2, find out about Omega through Cad Bane, and then Fennec Shan tell the story. Yeah, we had this little girl, Omega. She was there, and they said that she was an unaltered clone. The hunt for Omega.
I love Omega, my daughter.
So I really think they can't do none of that stuff until they actually get season 2 of Bad Batch out to know more about her, on what makes her tick and who she is, because we know she's special, but we don't know how special she is.
We don't know if she's force sensitive. I would hope she's force sensitive.
So basically, at the end of the day, I thought those were the 2 journeys for Boba Fett. All right, you want to be soft. You don't want to fight anymore. You're tired of working for the man. You want to be the man. Have some kind of a journey. Do something. It's sad that the Mandalorian had all the things in space. The episode, and he got a brand new ship. He got a friggin' Naboo fighter. Come on, how cool was that?
That was really cool.
You know, and did you catch the word that he said? She goes, "How'd you like it?" He goes, "Wizard."
Wizard. From first episode, Phantom Menace, from the kid who Anakin's,
what's his name?
Best friend.
Yeah, the best friend, Anakin Jet. So, me, you know, like I said, I enjoyed it. It was a fun episode, action packed. Look, the emotion you're getting with Mando, you feel it. You feel it that now that he's no longer part of the covenant, no longer part of man. He's not a Mandalorian anymore. And to miss Grogu, that feeling that he has, that he definitely, there's the emotion, but that emotion, there's no emotion there with Boba Fett. No. Like the emotion of him wanting, this tribe got killed, you know, him those flashbacks. Like I said, there's cool things in it. Just the whole, it feels like they just said, you know what, let's see what happens. You know, fans like Star Wars.
Yeah.
And it's not working. And that's sad. And it's like, you know, they could do a season 2 or they could do something else and it could turn out to be something really cool and bring back a Legend of Boba Fett. But this is kind of it really hurts that you get a Mandalorian episode that's 9 out of 10. And I can't even give 9s to my boy.
Your favorite, yeah.
You know, but like I said, I'm not giving up. I'm not going to be a Debbie Downer on that. You know, I'm always like, I love
old man Fett for a reason, Dom. You're old man Fett.
Look, I'm not going to change my name to old man friggin' Mando.
Din.
No. Old man Din. No way. Listen, I do like Din Djarin. I do like his character. But, and I'm going to say it again, Mando is everything that Boba should have been.
Yes.
Without that series, Boba Fett should have been everything that they're doing with Mando. But I understand certain things that you can't have 2 shows that are basically the same.
Mm-hmm.
He's doing a lousy job becoming a crime boss. He hasn't done anything. He got beat up a couple of times. He got beat up by a kid, Tusken Raider kid. He got dragged. He got freaking beat up by Black K. He just. What happened with the Boba Fett in Mando season 2?
Yeah, we destroyed all those stormtroopers and everything.
So I don't know what they're doing. I don't know what the writers are doing. I don't know what Lucasfilm has in mind, unless they're gonna do a 360. And look, Ming Chi said that the last episode will explain the entire series.
Oh wow!
So she says that people have a better understanding what this was about. So I don't know. I'm starting to I don't want to start thinking, but a couple of people have been whispering in my ear that this could be the death of Boba Fett.
I don't think so. The Fennec Shen takes over now. I don't think.
No, I don't think Fennec Shen. I think that Boba Fett, he goes out, he redeems himself, he does everything he has to do, becomes a good person, unites the families of Tatooine, and then gets killed.
Wow,
I doubt it.
That would suck. Yeah, that would suck.
That would. But look, I'm really upset just the betraying of what they did with him. I love the flashbacks. Just the progression of the character moving forward in the present time. I'm not a big fan of. What has he done?
Nothing. Really nothing.
The table. When he had all the heads of the table. He goes, all right, you disagree with me, continue doing what you're doing, but don't betray me. Now when the guy goes, what's going to stop us from killing you? Boom! That's what's going to stop you from trying to kill me. Anybody else have any questions?
Yeah, he could have sent a message like that way.
But he could have opened the thing and made him fold, and have the friggin' Rancor take him, open the thing, and goes, anybody else want to talk freely? No.
Can. Yeah.
So, kind of I think they missed the mark, and I kind of think that, like I said, look, I'm not an executive writer or anybody on Lucasfilm. I don't know what their goal is and what they're trying to do, but I do know they kind of shit on my character, and they kind of polished up the Mando to make him look badass. Everything that Mando has done, he did it in a badass way.
He does.
I'll take you in warm, or I could take you in cold. Remember, he doesn't have a ship. So, taking him cold, killing him. What he did to those guys in the beginning. I'm telling you.
I thought I was in Rocky. I was like, some punch.
You know what's funny? You say that? There's some people complaining that, why does it have to be a real life situation? It look a meat market like in real life. Why couldn't it be something different? Listen, in Mando season 2, you had a freaking goddamn guy wearing a freaking Gap sweater.
He did.
When they landed on the planet to the frog lady.
Oh yeah.
The freaking goddamn with the race that are back.
The Quirrell.
What's the race? I'm going blank. But anyway, that a sweater on, a Gap sweater. It's Star Wars.
They're gonna do anything.
At the end of the day.
You know what? But you know what, Don? What I really loved about this episode, I really loved that they mentioned Clone Wars flashbacks like Bo-Katan. And then even with Rebels callback with Kanan and Sabine, when Sabine had to use the Darksaber and Rebels, and Kanan was training her and she couldn't use it. It was too heavy. Let me ask you a question.
I thought that was really good. Do you think the armor is a follower of Maul? I think she is.
Yeah, I don't think she's got
the horns. The horns in the helmet.
She does have the horns.
I think she knows about Darth Maul.
Oh, I think so too.
She followed Darth Maul
too.
And I think you know what? You think she's what's her name? That was with friggin' Gar Saxon. The super commander when the Rook. What's the name?
Rook. I think.
Rook. Yeah. What's the name?
I think her name is something with Rook, but I will just call her Rook.
Yeah, she. You think it's her under the helmet? That you're
gonna
find out later on. I actually think a lot. I think you're gonna find out more about Mandalore in season 3.
Oh, definitely. I think
you'll find out more about the Darksaber. Maul's name will probably be mentioned.
Definitely.
They'll mention
Bo-Katan, Kira, maybe, because Kira is trained under Darth Maul. That's Darth Maul's apprentice, Kira.
Yeah. But you know what? I actually think what they should do is that Darth Maul had a secret apprentice. That he trained, and then eventually that apprentice will make their way. Kira trained in the Maul, but she's not force sensitive.
No,
but I think it would be cool if Darth Maul had an apprentice that you don't know about. Like all the apprentices that the Emperor had. You know, back in the
we
day.
didn't know.
Look, wherever the show goes, that Mandalorian, that episode 5, turned out to being the best episode. You got 2 more episodes. What can they possibly do? Either you continue the journey of Din Djarin going to see Grogu now, because you're not going to say, "Oh, I have to go see a friend," and not show that. Or maybe what you could do is, maybe you have the whole episode about Boba Fett, and then towards the end, you show Mando going there, giving Grogu the bag with the little chain or the bracelets or whatever he made, or it could be his lightsaber hilt, which is kind of cool. They said that the lightsaber, the Darksaber's hilt, was made of Beskar. Nobody knew that. That's actually pretty cool. So you learned a lot about certain things in that one episode, and that one episode was so well written and so well directed compared to the 4 episodes of the Book of Boba Fett, which makes no sense.
It doesn't.
Look, we're never going to really know the truth of why this episode was put in here, but they did say Mando 2.5, that this series was going to be basically Mando 2.5. But look, we got it. It was done. I give it a 9 out of 10. It was a fantastic episode. And you had characters in there. Everybody came back. You had what's the name? Peli Mongro. What's the name? The mechanic.
Peli Mato. Yeah, Mato.
And she talked Jawa. That was funny. And she goes, "I dated him. I dated him one time." He goes, "He's furry.
He's furry.
Yeah, very furry.
Very furry.
I
don't really care if they're furry or not. You dated one, good for you. I don't know how.
I like when the Jawa said something. She's like, "I'm sorry, I can't. I'm working on myself now." But when she said about the furry thing, even though Mando had the helmet on, I could see him go like this. Are you kidding me?
Yeah, like, why would you even tell me that? Like, I don't
exactly.
Care.
So
even the callback to Jedi Fallen Order with BD. Like the BD droid. I love that droid. That's one of my favorite droids.
That's BD a cute droid.
Cute.
When I saw that droid, I was like, wait a minute. Is this a call of the Cal Kestis? I'm like, wait a minute. Are they going to connect the dots with that? But it is. It's kind of an Easter egg.
Yeah.
Because they're bringing him back with Fallen Order 2.
They are.
And
he could be with Luke looking for Force-sensitive children. Because last time we saw Cal, he was looking for Force-sensitive children with Sira. I think that's her name, Sira.
Well, we're going to see what happens. Look, at the end of the day, look, how about this? Somebody put a picture of Kylo Ren fighting Grogu.
Oh.
The Beskar that he has saves him or something because they didn't talk about Grogu. Look, regardless of what people say, the sequel trilogy, as much as people don't like them, they're not erasing
connecting.
They're connecting the dots.
They have to connect it.
They're connecting it. So they try to make a huge story that goes way before it happens. Because you have 30 years. You can fill in the dots with 30 years of different stories going on. And there's going to be another trilogy that takes place before that. It's going to be the Thrawn trilogy. When Thrawn comes.
Oh, Thrawn.
Yeah.
Love that man.
Yeah, he's coming. He's coming too. And look, I just hope that the end of the series does justice.
Yeah.
I just hope that I can sit here and say after I watch the final episode going this, oh shit. All right, it makes sense. I'm hoping I get that. I just hope that at the end of the episode, I don't want to sit there like this. Are you kidding me? I don't.
Like this is what I watched.
Like 42 years of my life, I waited, and this is the result. I don't want that, and that's what bothers me. Dave and John and freaking Robert Rodriguez, they know the importance and legacy of Boba Fett, the character.
Now, do you think? Now I have a question before you finish. Now I have a question with this episode. Now, do you think when Fennec Shan and he says, "Oh, I'm going to see a little friend before I fight your fight," do you think this will have another this is a story that like how Fennec Shan got him like to join them and everything? Do you think that's like that purpose of this episode? Like we have to tell Mando's story first, and then leading up to Fennec Shan doing that, or you could have just did like find Mando off the ship, like or one of that. Remember when the Power Rangers said the Pikes were coming off the ship? Like they saw Mando also come off the ship, and that's what they were saying.
No, well, when Peli was the one that reached out to him because she had a new ship.
Yeah.
So she reached out to him. That's why he came to Tatooine. But I think Fennec Shan was probably hearing whispers that Mando is back on the planet, and that's who because he disappeared. Nobody could. They couldn't find him.
And he knows where Luke and Grogu are too.
Okay, look. So exactly. So the time, it's about a year, if you think about it, from Mando 2 to the Book of Boba Fett.
Boba.
So you don't know what well, we all know that Mando was doing bounty hunting. Going through the bounty hunting things, taking freaking freight ships out to planets because he can't get on. And that was funny with all the weapons. He had a lot. He said he goes, I'm a Mandalorian. Weapons are my religion. He said that again. So he actually said lines from the first episode again. So it's the reintroduction of Mando, who he was.
And now he's not.
He changed when he met Grogu. And now that he doesn't have Grogu, look how violent he is, the type of person he is.
Like angry.
Look, angry and that's his little friend. He fell in love. That's his buddy.
Yeah. He
felt like he was a father. He actually felt that he's connected to somebody. Look, apparently Marvel is supposed to be coming out with the Mando comic.
Oh, okay.
And it could take place before the Mandalorian, like his origins, him growing up with Death Watch.
Oh, that would be awesome.
Moving forward in his early adventures and stuff like that. We need that because we don't know a lot about Mando. We just know when he showed up, bits and pieces. He was part of a Death Watch cult. How come he doesn't know about Boba Fett? How come he didn't know about Maul? How come he didn't know about Jedi? How come he don't? Those are the things I want to know. Why this guy doesn't know anything?
Yeah,
he's in the
galaxy.
He
doesn't even know Bo-Katan. He doesn't even know why he can't remove his helmet.
So basically, he was either mind raced or hidden in the shadows or like sheltered all his life. That's why I feel the connection with him and Grogu is much stronger because of that.
It is.
So I think him having Grogu reminds him of him.
Now, do you think when he goes to get Grogu, do you think Grogu will be the next Jedi Mandalorian?
Yes, I think.
I actually
think that's going to happen in the future. I actually think later on, I think something that he built for him with the spear that they're giving it to him, it's going to be connected to his Mandalorian armor. Then when he gets it down the road, when he gets older.
Yeah.
Let me tell you something. Disney already has money in their mind by making
right now
with armor. Come on, it's already set in woodwork. I just want to know what the reaction is going to be with Mando and Luke.
Yeah.
Is Mando gonna say, "I want to take him"?
Because we saw that guy when Mando goes on flights, and that was so cool when we saw like when Anakin went through the pod racing and stuff like that.
Yeah, through Biggest Canyon. Yeah.
Yeah, and then he went up to the sky, and then the two guys caught him. And one of the guys, if you really look close,
that is the guy. That's the guy who played Luke.
Luke, the guy who plays Luke.
Yeah, that's the actor who played him. Yeah, I'm kind of surprised that Dave Filoni wasn't playing
Trapper
Wolf.
I'm really surprised
anyway,
too.
It's cool that you see there's a lot of things going on. It's funny. He goes, "You sound familiar, this and that."
Yeah. See you later.
And I like how the Jawas stole the piece from the Pikes.
That the New Hope with Luke.
Yeah, the New Hope, thing. Look, at the end of the day, I know there's a reason why that episode was put there.
There is.
Because we all know that Mandalorian season 3 isn't coming until the end of this year.
Yeah,
it's going to be like Boba Fett. They're going to have like the first episode in December.
Yeah.
And who knows? Because COVID, it might be pushed like maybe in January. Who knows how they're going to work it? But this reintroduction of Mando, because we haven't had Mando in a year. Think about it. The Book of Boba Fett was a year.
We haven't
so
seen
bring back Mando some way or the other. I didn't think that Mando was going to have the whole episode. Like I said, I thought it was going to be more about finding out about the Pikes, who's behind all the stuff, and then at the end, Mando comes over and goes, "I heard you looking for muscle." He goes,
yeah.
I thought something like that, but it was good in all the wrong reasons, man. I gave it a 9/10, a 9 out of 10 for all the wrong reasons.
Yeah,
it was the best episode. It had nothing to do with Boba Fett.
It was a great episode. I know. I felt when I was done watching it, and I was like, and I was going online watching videos, reactions. Even my friends were like, "Yeah, why is the show Book of Boba so good when Boba Fett's not in it?" And I didn't know how to respond to that. I was like, I don't know. Like I couldn't come up with like an excuse or anything.
I'm going to be honest with you. If Boba Fett's in small sequences, he's cool. Like when he came back in season 2 of Mando, when the Bryce Dallas Howard did the episode with Mig, they brought him to the planet
Mayfield.
They had to get the scan and find out where Moff Gideon was, and Boba Fett was there. And Fennec Shand was teaming up with Cara Dune, and they were shooting all the guys. And that episode was fantastic too.
Yeah,
that Mig, you see Mig sitting there. And he's looking at the thing, and the emotion in his face when he shot the officer because he goes, "I lost a lot of men over there,"
and he didn't care.
So that's what I'm trying to say. So why is it? I don't know. I just don't know. I think, are we getting something bigger, better than ever for Boba Fett down the road? Is it going to be that this is just a T? You know, that he's going to be. Look, we still haven't got the sequence of him riding the Rancor. He's going to ride the Rancor. So if we do see him write it, maybe in between, like story that you don't see, he's writing it, because I really don't want to see story when he's trying to climb on top and he keeps falling. I don't want to see that. We saw that with Mando with the Berg. Yeah. So I don't want to see that. I want to see him just go on top of the Rancor, hold the Rancor, and go in town, just wipe out the friggin' Pikes and have all the bounty hunters with him and Mando and everybody. Look. I'm not giving up on the show. I love the show. Come on. Boba Fett. Bringing in Fennec Shand. I love her character. I think she's a fantastic character. I think that there's a lot of future with her. I think that moving forward, he's going to find out about Omega. And he's going to hunt for Omega. Look, my thing is that you can't have two stories in a similar way. I know that. You got Mandalorians. There's only so much you can do. Boba Fett needs a journey. It's either finding Mace Windu and facing his demons, or finding out that he has a clone sister and trying to find out where she is. But if you really want to make Boba Fett the baddest ass in the planet, the baddest ass in the galaxy, have him fight Mando to get the Darksaber.
That's what someone was saying.
Mandalore.
Boba might be actually the runner-up to rule Mandalore.
That's what I'm trying to say. That's the bigger picture that they're not saying.
Yeah.
You know, and
that is a theory out there right now. That is a theory that he will rule Mandalore.
I sat there, and before I watched anything on things, I was saying this. I go, the pieces and there are in front of you. When Bo-Katan told him, "You're not even a real Mandalore," he goes, "You're a donor. You mean your donor? I heard your voice thousands of times."
Yeah.
He goes, "I don't care about a sword. I don't care about this and that." But seeing what power that sword makes Din Djarin, you don't think Boba Fett's gonna sit there and go like this? If I can rule Tatooine
with that,
I can rule Mandalore and have the Mandalorians on call 24/7.
Yeah, because in reality, that we even saw with Pez Vizsla, like when he saw the Darksaber, he instantly, like, you could see, like, his eyes were like, oh, like,
he's a straight descendant from, because Pre Vizsla had it. He's an ancestor from Pre Vizsla.
Yeah.
So look, this is the thing. We all know that Bo-Katan is going to fight Din Djarin for that because she wants that sword. Because she was, and I like how they fixed that that sequence with Sabine giving the sword to her, and what the armorer said that she was prematurely given the sword, didn't earn it.
Yeah, so that's why, like the armorer says, like that's why Mandalore fell apart because she didn't earn it. She was just handed to her.
So that's what I'm trying to say. That's what I'm thinking. The fact is that she knows more, and I think that part is going to come out later on. You're going to find out more in season 3, because season 3 you'll have more of the armor. Look, I think it's kind of stupid that she told Mando that he's got to. The only way he can redeem himself is find the live rivers underneath Mandalore. I think the rivers are there, and he's going to go to Mandalore, and there's going to be a lot of problems, and it's going to connect to Ahsoka and all these things because Ahsoka's coming next year sometime.
Yeah, 2023.
Yeah, like towards the end of 2023. That's what they're saying. And I think it's supposed to be like 8 episodes or something like that. I think.
Yeah, they start filming. I think in the springtime.
So basically, there's a lot that's going to happen leading up to Thrawn and Ezra, because once you start getting into all the Jedi stuff, that's when things are going to start getting crazy. But I understand you have to build up certain things, but I still don't understand how you have a series about Boba Fett and cut it off with episode 5 and not have anything, and you didn't even finish what you were doing on the planet to make it to know what's going on. The Pikes are there.
Yeah.
How do you know the Pikes? Look, you could do a total 360 and say it's not the Pikes. But most likely now it is the Pikes, because if you think about it, why, if you're going to introduce Crimson Dawn now,
that is a little.
You could have, you know what? Maybe you can. That could be the friggin' ending, a twist ending that ends like that in a cliffhanger, and you have to wait till next year.
Yeah, like they even mentioned with the Pikes and everything, the Syndicate and everything during the episode of the Mandalorian. So I think that will tie into the Boba. And what is really, in reality, what is Boba doing right now? You know, Fennec Shan is out looking for muscle, and she heard Mando's back in town. So what is Boba Fett doing in this time that Fennec Shan is...
See, this is my thing. I think Boba Fett is trying to put the pieces together. He's going to make his move. Look, I am not giving up hope that he will be the badass that he's always been. He's just taking a backseat a little bit to absorb things. He's fully healed from the Bacta tank, so he's got his strength back. He's healed again. I think we're going to see Boba in badass mode in the next 2 episodes, one of the next 2 episodes, and go all out. And I still think that there's going to be a season 2.
Definitely.
Come on, you become a crime lord. You got Fennec Shan and Black K by your side as your muscle.
Yeah, one of the two best muscles.
Think about it. You have a friggin' sharpshooter assassin. You have a friggin' goddamn badass Wookiee. You know, and you're not going to introduce Black K and then get rid of him after that. When he ran off, I knew he was coming back. That's too much of a good character.
Yeah.
See, and now that's the Easter egg for Dr. Aphra. Eventually, Dr. Aphra's coming. So
and Star Wars just announced Black K is the cover in the March issue of Crimson Reign.
So they're really pushing, and Funko has a pop coming out of his sometime whenever they decide to show the pops.
Yeah.
So,
well, I was looking online. There's not a lot of merchandise for the Book of Boba, and it's like upsetting. It's like they just came out with I don't know if you saw the line I posted on my story. RS, I think LVT. They made the shirts, like short sleeve shirts for the Book of Boba. I don't know if you saw that.
I got a couple of shirts I bought yesterday at the comic store. A couple of Book of Boba Fett shirts. Him standing there with his new armor, shooting. Another one him standing there, and then him on the throne with Fennec Shan shirts.
Oh, okay.
So I'll wear those throughout the other week, probably this and that. But I have another shirt coming, Boba Fett with the Mythosaur skull on his chest. He's like, what would Boba Fett look like as a Punisher? Type of shit was really cool. But Mike, look, this is my thing. There's a lot of storytelling. You get a lot of characters. And
There is.
yeah, I'm surprised that the merch from Book of Boba Fett has been very. They released some stuff, but I guess they're waiting for the end of the season to drop things because there's spoilers. But there's 2 episodes left. You really, I'm telling you, Cad Bane is showing up this week. If Cad Bane doesn't show up, that is the missed opportunity of a lifetime. Because I think Cad Bane was hired by the Pikes to go with the biker gang to kill the Tuskens. Because the biker gang, when Fennec Shan, when Boba told the bikers killed the Tuskens, she goes, that's highly unlikely.
Yeah.
So there is somebody else that is in play. And the girl, the girl Tusken, she's not there. So I think she's going to come back down the road.
Yes, I think she's going to help Boba with this so-called war that they're going to.
Well, we're going to say, I'm telling you, they said the last episode is a wow episode. There's going to be a lot going on. So we'll see. And this week, next week's episode is going to get the ball rolling quick. But it kind of sucks to get the ball rolling in the 6th episode. And you had 5 episodes, and the 5th episode had nothing to do with them.
Because the 5th episode was an hour long. So what are they going to make 6 and 7, chapter 7? They're going to make an hour-long episodes? They have to. If they want to really get the ball going and throw it right at us, they're going to have to make an hour of each episode. Because in reality, The Mandalorian, this episode was an hour. And there was another one that was an hour. Not an hour, but close to an hour. And that was a really good episode. So, and this is a Dave Filoni episode coming up. And we know he likes to mention his characters of Clone Wars and stuff like that. So it's a perfect opportunity to add, because Cad Bane, that's his character. Omega is his character. You know, the Bad Batch is his character.
I actually think that we will get a mention of Omega in the next episode.
And now, do you really think Omega is Boba Fett's sister? Because I don't think that.
Well, she was cloned from the same DNA.
She is, yes.
Django. So she's a sister through cloning. Now, yes. I'm going to give you another theory real quick. My theory is Boba Fett goes to the Darksaber and tries to make his own clan called the House of Fett. Omega tries to get people to be Fennec Shan. He makes his own
house. Because
eventually he is Mandalorian through his father. And if he wants, like what did I tell you in the beginning? Remember I told you in the beginning that Boba Fett was trying to get away from his father, like trying to be his own man, and all the shots thrown at him by Bo-Katan, all these things said, this and that. And then seeing the scum and villainy on Mos Eisley and Esper, Mos Espa.
Yeah, that's
that he wants to do it right for the people, but at the same time make his own money and do his own thing.
Yeah,
there's more to Boba Fett. I still really think that the next journey he's gonna start thinking about the Darksaber. Because
I think there has to be a season 2. Definitely a season 2. There has to be.
I like to see him pick up the Darksaber and grab the Darksaber, it knocks out of his hand, and Boba Fett gets it, lights it up, and slices somebody, and likes the feeling of it, and then gives it to back to Din, and I don't know, that's what make it. I would definitely look past all the stuff if he has a purpose, and that's going to be the purpose.
Could be, because that Darksaber holds a lot of power, and if he wants to be in power, he's going to hold that light.
Look, if he gets the Darksaber and he holds it, it's going to be where the fact is that he's going to say, maybe he corrupts Bo-Katan and says, listen, you help me get the Darksaber. Or so, I don't. It could be a lot of things, a lot of directions that the show can go. That's what I'm trying to say. You got the Mace Windu factor, you got the Omega factor, and you got the Darksaber factor. 3 different options that can give Boba Fett's next mission, next journey, or whatever it is.
Definitely.
So we'll see. You know, then again, it could be wrong. They can make Boba Fett being the clown of Mandalore. I mean, the clown.
Because in reality, this episode had nothing to do with Boba. You know, this towards the end, maybe Fennec Shan came in and said, "We need your muscles."
Now,
That's probably it.
Now, think about this. The episode had to be days or weeks because they built a ship.
Yeah.
That took time. So, from the time that he was in space with the armor, it could have been a month. Maybe a month has gone by.
Yeah, 2 months.
And Boba Fett's still trying to put the pieces together. Maybe when he comes out and he rides the Rancor, which he's definitely going to ride the Rancor, that he's been learning that.
Yeah.
So, look, I have faith in the next 2 episodes. And I'm saying Cad Bane is going to be in the next episode. And Fennec Shan is going to spill the beans, or Cad Bane is going to spill the beans on the last time I met you, Fennec. We were on the cloning facility, this and that. You were trying to get Omega. And
if they mention Omega, I'm punching my camera.
Yo, and then Boba Fett's with Omega. Who's Omega? He goes, oh, she was a clone. They had this and that. What are you talking about? How come you never mentioned this before? So,
good.
I'm telling you, there's a journey there. And so, Mace Windu, Omega, the Darksaber. You could have those 3 journeys and put Boba Fett on his own missions and doing things, which was great. But I think he's going for more than just being the friggin' boss,
crime lord.
The crime lord.
Yeah, I feel like they have a purpose for Boba Fett because they wouldn't just have a show, and now they're bringing in the Mandalorian and they're bringing in Grogu, you know, and Grogu, we really don't know who rescued him from the temple. You know, who rescued Grogu from the temple? Like that's the biggest question. Who rescued him? You know, I know it wasn't Boba Fett. I wouldn't be surprised. You know, I'm not surprised at some things that they would say. But now this next episode, like my theory for next episode is, like, are you going to show Mando go to Grogu, or you're waiting for season 3 to come out, or how are you going to time jump it? Because this had nothing to do with Boba Fett at all. You know, so what's the next episode? Like, we're going next week. We're just assuming Cad Bane's going to be in it. We're just assuming that. So we have nothing to go back on.
I know. I don't see them doing another Mando episode, which will be crazy if they do another Mando episode and just forget about Boba Fett. And that was the arc, those 4 things. And then the last episode, he comes back in the 6th episode and ties everything together. I see the episode starting off with Boba and Fennec. Because, like I said, there's all these bounty hunters that they said they were supposed to be in it. All these rumors, all these things. It makes no sense.
Yeah.
You know, I know the speculation runs wild. People, the fans fucking throw these theories out there and they get people hyped. It'd be really disappointing if the series did nothing to redeem itself and nothing to have to make it like, holy shit type of moment. And people, it sucks. Right away, look, I've been watching videos of merchandise. They said, is the Book of Boba Fett hurting the merchandise, the sales of merchandise? No, because after last episode, even though Boba wasn't in it, his comics were selling high, his first appearance.
Yeah.
So, look, there's something big brewing, and there's something more to Boba Fett. He is definitely not just going to be what he's doing. I think next episode, they go off-world, off of Tatooine, to go look for muscle. Maybe Grief Karga is in it.
Yeah.
You know, maybe look, at the end of the last episode, Mando goes, I gotta see a friend first. We don't know what happened in that period. Maybe he talked to Fennec and go like this. Listen, if Boba's looking for muscle, reach out to Grief Karga. Grief Karga is he has all the connections, and see who you can get. And
maybe you bring Luke into it. Do you think you see Luke?
I don't think Luke's coming. Well,
not yet.
Han Solo's supposed to be popping up.
Or that he might be with it. Rando might go see Luke and Grogu, and Han Solo might be with Luke.
Look, you never know. That could be a big holy shit moment at the end, like they did with Luke showing up.
Yeah, at the end of Mando.
Who's to say that Mando didn't tell Fennec, listen, I know a guy, Grief Karga. She probably knows who Grief Karga is because Grief Karga sent the bounty on her.
Yeah. And Mando was working for the guild, as you could see when
he's working for the guild. And goes like my
thing.
friend Frennick. He goes. Meanwhile, she's still wanted. That's another thing too. So, but Grief is friends with Mando, so he'll help her out. But then again, think about this: you're hiring all these bounty hunters. Who's to say these bounty hunters don't want to bring her to justice? But
yeah, okay.
We're digging too deep into things. But the fact is that Mando could give her the contact Grief and to find some muscle, and maybe we'll see Bosk, maybe we'll see Embo, maybe we'll see IG-88, maybe we'll see a bounty hunter that we never saw before, brand new bounty hunter in there. Because come on, you don't think there's bounty hunters out there that are doing their job?
Oh, definitely. They could be like Mandalorians too that are bounty hunters and stuff like that.
Yeah, but that's the thing. So I have hope. Starts off with Cad Bane.
And even Aura Singh.
We don't know. She might be dead because we didn't see her, because that's what Beckett said. You know, but we'll see. We'll see what happens. Look, like I said, it can go any which way. It can go up, go down, side to side. If it goes between those things, all bets are off. I don't know. Because like I said, Boba Fett is a legacy character.
Yes.
They need to do him right and justice. And they haven't did it. And that's the upsetting part.
It is. It's upsetting for the fans like you that waited so long for this. And now just to see it, like, not see it, but the best episode of the Book of Boba Fett was without Boba in it, and it was Mandalorian, and it was Mando's episode.
Yeah.
And you got action in the episode, you got details of the Darksaber, you got people wanting the Darksaber, you got Rebels callbacks, you got Jedi Fallen Order a little Easter egg, you got Clone Wars in there, like you got everything. You got from the Phantom Menace, you got everything in there. It wasn't
the history of Mandalore, the Purge, the Night of 1,000 Tears.
Yeah. You got all that. And it wasn't even a Book of Boba Fett episode.
And you had the Armorer, and you had Pez Vizsla. So you had those characters come back.
Yeah.
The episode wasn't even that action-packed. It was a great, fantastic, amazing episode. Had nothing to do with Boba Fett.
Yeah.
You know, now you're going to have friggin' Mando in a brand new ship. And you see the little cockpit where the droid goes in? That's going to be Grogu in there.
Yep. I was just going to say that.
Yeah.
She took the droid out. And like now, because in reality, Grogu can't fit with Mando in the front seat. So we're going to put him in the back. That's going to be awesome. Can't wait for my...
And he has a ship that's fast. He has a ship that's fast and a ship that's going to be hard to catch.
Off the radar. Off the radar, too.
You know, he's going to do his thing. Look, at the end of the day, there's a reason for everything. And I still believe in Filoni and Dave and Robert Rodriguez. I still believe and trust them that there's something bigger and better coming. This is just a stepping stone. It kind of sucks that the stepping stone was kind of whack. But don't get me wrong, I still enjoyed it. I still enjoyed what they brought. You know, people made fun of the Power Rangers, the biker gang. I thought they were pretty cool. You know, they only showed up. They coming back. You have to come back because that's more of Boba Fett's muscle there too. Look, there's going to be a lot of things that happen in the next couple of days, in a couple of weeks, the next 2 weeks, and we'll see Mando. Like I said, next week's episode starts off with Cad Bane. Beginning of the episode is a Boba Fett episode, this and that, and towards the end, we flash to Mando going to where Grogu is, and at the end, he's going to go there, and you're going to see Grogu look, and that's how it's going to end. And then
I would cry.
The 6th episode, the 7th episode, is where all shit's going to be hitting the fan, and Boba Fett is going to back against the wall, and then Mando's going to come with other Mandalorians. Maybe, like I said, Costa Reeves, Axe Wolves, and Bo-Katan. Who knows? Listen, all you need is those three, and Mando can take out the entire Tycoon army.
And then Boba Fett, Fennec Shan, Black K. That's really much all you need.
And the other bounty hunters that you may get that help.
Yeah.
But this is my thing. Maybe it opens the door for something very special at the end. That the end credit, because remember, the end credit in episode 5, when you see Boba walking the Fennec, the end credit ends in the Book of Boba Fett. You know what Boba Fett's going to do with all these things? it goes into space, and you see a ship. You see someone stand there looking at the ship and turns around. It's Grand Admiral Thrawn.
I would punch.
It does like the freaking Thanos thing, like when Thanos turns around in the Avengers.
Yeah,
have something like that with
in a chair and him.
Grand Admiral Thrawn sitting there and looking, and that's how it ends. And it's like,
and that takes you into whatever next.
Exactly, and then you got the callbacks in the Obi-Wan series. That's going to be like, I think Obi-Wan series is going to be good because there's going to be a lot of fresh. You're going to have a lot of fresh faces. You're going to have the new battle with Vader. You're going to have bounty hunters. Well, they said that Boba Fett and Bad Batch is supposed to be in friggin' Obi-Wan Kenobi. So it should be like, just give us good shows, man. And please, for the love of God, Dave, freaking Dave, John, please make justice for Boba. Justice for Boba, please.
Hashtag justice for Boba. Now, Dom, predictions for next week. Dave Filoni themed episode.
We all know Dave Filoni.
What do you think will happen?
Well, he loves his characters that he created, and I think that we're going to find out that Cad Bane was the reason why the Tuskens got killed. We're going to have the history because Fennec Shen has history with
Cad Bane.
With Cad Bane, and so is Boba. And I think Boba's gonna find out about Omega, because I think that Fennec's out looking. What's gonna happen is I think that Fennec is gonna run into Cad Bane and find out that he is the reason why the Tuskens died. It wasn't the biker gang. And I think Boba is gonna have a showdown with Cad Bane. And unfortunately, I think Cad Bane might not survive this one.
Cad Bane.
But I bet the house that Cad Bane will be in this episode.
All right, so if he's not, I get your house. And that's what you're saying.
You get all this Funko Pop and toyness. My wife would definitely love you for that. Take it all.
She would. I think she would be at the door with a whole big box that she just finds, and she would be like, "Chris, I don't even know you that well, so but just here, take it.
Just take it.
Just take it. There's more boxes. Just give me your address. I'll send the boxes. Haul it to your house. So just so you know, in Jersey.
First things first, you look at my pop wall and take all the Ahsokas. Take the Grand Admiral Thrawn. Take all.
Do you have a Captain Rex Funko Pop by any chance?
What happened?
Do you have a Captain Rex Funko Pop?
I got both of them. I got the Con exclusive and the shared, and I got the Rebels Captain Rex.
You should. You know, my birthday was just yesterday, Tom. You should give me one for my birthday.
Happy birthday!
Thank you. You should give me one.
How old are you now?
I'm 23. Unfortunately.
Jesus Christ! Shit, 23, man. That was 25 years ago for me.
But just think about the birthday gifts, you know, little Captain Rex, throw in there, because I'm looking for him, you know. Just looking for him. You can throw it in, you know. Not saying you can give it to me, but just throw it in there, you know. Just throw it in. But before
and listen, I still have your book. I haven't had a chance to. I gotta mail it out to you, man. Get it out to you. I
can't wait for it. I have the this one. I was telling you about this one.
That's the new one that just came out, right?
Yeah, I need the other ones that have Ahsoka on it.
Is that the whole Clone Wars? It's just about her.
It's about the Clone Wars and stuff like that, like all the pages and stuff like that. Like season, it gives you a whole season on the whole from season 1 to season 7.
Word from the rumor mill is that there might be a couple more seasons of Clone Wars due to the fact that there was a lot of episodes that were done that they didn't show. So we might get some more episodes down the road, you know, depending on what's what, depending on how Disney wants to go through it. Because we might get it. If we get that, that'd be pretty cool. You get to see Ahsoka more, and you get to see
Darth Maul's story.
More story with characters like you didn't see, like the Ventress story that you know, she was killed by Dooku. I mean, killed by what's his face?
Colin Voss.
Yeah. That she wasn't killed by him, but she died at the hand. Well, she died in the book Dark Disciple. So
okay. Now, is that canon? Could she still be alive in this? Okay,
that's canon.
Okay.
But they'll have the episodes that they were supposed to have in live action in Clone Wars that they didn't. Maybe the Siege of Mandalore, the freaking Son of Dathomir storyline that they made a comic book with Darth Maul when he was captured. Have that storyline. But see, I don't know how people are going to react to seeing things that should have been done and they weren't done.
Yeah, I really want to see a time from when the Clone Wars, when Order 66 was executed on Mandalore. I want to see what happened to Mandalore and Bo-Katan. How did she lose Mandalore? Like, I don't know if that will be in her series.
Look, that takes place. That takes place. At the same. That was a different time where Mandalorians, came back. So basically, the Purge of Mandalore. You had the Siege of Mandalore, then you had the Purge of Mandalore. So the Purge of Mandalore was much closer to the timeline now. A few years back. But remember, she was young. So basically, remember, Rebels is 10 years before New Hope.
Yes. And then after Rebels, it's like after Return of the Jedi.
Well, you have to look at it this way. You have Andor that takes place 5 years before Rogue One. And Rogue One takes place a year close to A New Hope. So you have that. Obi-Wan takes place 10 years before New Hope. Solo, a Star Wars story, takes place 10 years before New Hope. So you have all that gap. You have 10 years of stuff to work with. So much has happened in that 10 years leading up to A New Hope.
Yeah.
Remember, Vader had his clutches on everything for 20 years since the end of Revenge of the Sith. So you have 20 years of stuff that's leading to things. And that's why the Obi-Wan series, look, 26 episodes. They can't have any filler episodes. You need to get the drama in there. Andor is basically going to have a lot. There'll probably be bounty hunters in Andor. You'll probably see people showing up. I don't know about Mandalorians. More, you have maybe some bounty hunters, some more spy trilogies, some other things that you might have. Crimson Dawn. You could have Crimson Dawn.
Hera could show up. Hera from Rebels.
Exactly. You could have that. Like I said, we still don't know Kira's friggin' what happens to her in Crimson Reign. That takes place because the Alchemist in the first issue said, "Tragedy waits, Crimson Dawn." So she's predicting the future, and she knows. So we don't know if Kira survives.
Yeah,
that's another thing. But like I said, that's a story in its own. Look, they're building the Filoni verse or the Mandoverse or wherever you want to put it, and they know what they're doing. I think they know what they're doing. They're getting the big bucks.
Yeah, we're not making nothing.
At the end of the day, it's enjoyable. I love it. It's a shame that I love this episode of the Book of Boba, even without Boba Fett. It solidifies Mando as a badass.
Still.
Everything that Boba should be. But it is what it is. We have 2 more episodes, and just keep my fingers crossed to see what happens.
We will.
Like I said, that's my prediction of what the next episode and moving forward of what things are going on. But it should be good.
It should be a fun one. It should be a journey.
Definitely.
But Don, before we go, where can everybody find you on the social media?
On Instagram, Domtober, Old Man Fett, and also Sunday night on Renovision, where it's the Star Wars story, the Dark Side Crew. Great show. It's fun. And this week is going to be a doozy because the complaints are already going up with the that Mando. It was a Mando episode, not a Boba Fett episode. But
you got to send me the link so I can watch them.
I'll send you the link now. I'll send it to you now.
Okay. And guys, just follow me, Chris Scavoli _Tano. This Scavoli Tano store. New pins coming. Book of Boba Fett pin coming very soon. Bo-Katan / Ahsoka pin coming very soon. And thank you for all the kind love on the last breakdown with Domtober. Everybody loved it, Dom. And yeah, shout out to you guys. Shout out to the Scavolers. That's what I name my fans, the Scavolers. Make sure you guys subscribe down below to the YouTube channel, to the Scavoli Tano Show for all that fun Star Wars juffiness. And then, Dom, I hope you're back next week for Chapter 6 of the Book of Boba, which I think you will be.
Look, Someone has to save you from this craziness. Nah, listen, lots of love to everybody out there that's on this that should have been here tonight.
Yes,
you know, they're busy at lives outside this funness, but you know, look, if we don't get them until the end of the season with the final episode, that's the best episode.
So be it. Yeah,
you know,
I hope it will be, and everybody can talk about their stuff, Nilda and Kaylin. But we wish you nothing but the best, Nilda and Kaylin. You'll be on soon. Don't worry. Don't worry. Be kind to one another, guys, and may the force be with you.
Always,
my friends. Bye.
In my life, when you find people who need your help, you help them, no matter what.